First of all, thank you so much. I understand that time is really precious, and I really appreciate you guys all being here. I didn't expect that such a big crowd would rock up tonight, so I'm super thrilled to be standing here before you tonight. So, live your best life. So I guess I'm going to tell a story tonight about what happened to me. And everybody has a story. You have a story, you have a story. We all have experiences, we all go through something. Nobody here is better or worse than anybody else. Everyone has their own experience. Oh, sorry. Should I not walk? I'm not going to walk. I'm just going to stand. Sorry. So, I guess tonight I'm going to talk about what I went through, and I hope that you are able to take something away from my experiences. So my story. You know, you never think that when you leave home for work in the morning that you won't be coming home that day. On November 5th, 2010, that's exactly what happened. It was a Friday, it was a good, nice weather, sunny. I even remember what I was wearing that day for work: jeans, I Love New York shirt, purple jacket, scarf. Scarf, yes, it was November. I was wearing a scarf with my friends, and that is not unusual. Cold-blooded. So, I went to work, it was a normal day. Said goodbye to my now husband. And nothing unusual, no headaches, no body pains, no nothing. I got to work and I went to the bathroom. Sorry, too much information, I know. I was sitting on the toilet and out of nowhere, the most insane pain came over my head, in my head. And I collapsed off the toilet bowl and I was dead on the floor. When the nurse found me that day, she said I didn't have a pulse. When she told me that a few months later that I didn't have a pulse, I didn't know what to think. I thought, oh God, did I die? I don't know what that means. So for me, it was a huge experience, a traumatic experience. And when I was on the floor in the cubicle, when I came to after about 15 minutes of lying there, they were like, Leola, get up. And I just looked at them and I couldn't speak. And I was completely mute. But I could look at them and I could see them and I was thinking in my head, there's nothing wrong with me, I'm totally cool, just give me a minute. But clearly that wasn't happening. So they got me up and then two rather good-looking ambulance officers walked into the cubicle, they'd opened the door, and here I was, pants down. And the guy said, Leola, stand up. I said, I couldn't speak, I still couldn't speak. I was like, stand up. I think it's one of those things that they do to help you, encourage you to move and to do something. So, stand up. No, I couldn't do it. So anyway, this burly guy, got me up and, put me up. And I said, and then all of a sudden I can speak. And he said, can I just wipe my ass? Oh yes, ladies, it happens. So after I wiped my ass, they walked me out and put me onto a stretcher, and I got wheeled out of my building. 200 employees watched me on a Friday, just before lunch, getting wheeled out of the building. I saw this guy named Mick, one of my co-workers. I said, shit, you get so much shit about this on Monday. So then off I went. Remember, they didn't even use the ambulance siren. I was pretty pissed off about that. So I got to the hospital and by this stage, my head was still throbbing. I cannot tell you the pain. It's like a headache that you've never experienced. And I'm used to be severely anemic, and I didn't think it was anything serious. I thought that, it's just a headache. I maybe didn't drink enough water today, or whatever. Everyone gets headaches, right? Just give me some painkillers and I'll go home. My colleague also called my husband, and my husband, I think, called my mother. And so they came as well. My husband and I both didn't think that it was a serious problem. So we're like, yeah, we'll just let her stay. Well, I was awake by the stage, and yeah, we'll just sit in emergency and just wait around for a bit. But there was one lady, an Irish lady at Ryde Hospital, and she wouldn't let me go home without having a brain scan. This lady, she saved my life. I had the brain scan and they found bleeding in my brain, and this would have been in the afternoon of Friday, the 5th of November. And they found bleeding in my brain, and while bleeding in the brain is, of course, a serious injury, they thought that it was from me hitting my head when I fell in the bathroom. So it was Friday afternoon by the stage, and they don't do major surgeries or big things in hospitals on Friday afternoons, and weekends. Doctors have to have weekends too, apparently. So they sent me off to another hospital that was willing to do the surgery that night or that weekend. They rushed me off in an ambulance, still didn't use the sirens, and I got to the second hospital, and by this stage I was completely unconscious. I had no idea what was happening. I had no idea what happened. I'm only led to believe what people tell me. So when I got to this hospital and I was wheeled in from the ambulance into emergency straight onto operating, and I think I was in there for about 6-7 hours. By this stage, my husband was sitting in the waiting room, my mum. I think my dad had got back too, and at the same time, all during this thing, my dad was on his way home from Fiji and had a car accident too. So it's all, fun in our family today. So they were waiting in the waiting room, and halfway through, so 6-7 hours, so it would have been about 2-3 hours out, one of the doctors came out and with no aura, no emotion, not happy, not sad, you couldn't read him, poker-faced, walked out into the waiting room, and he just stood in front of my family and said, "Leola is bleeding from the brain, and if we don't stop it, she will die." I only found that out a couple of years after what I had gone through, and I can't tell you how sad it makes me feel to stand here today and tell you this story. On the other hand, obviously on the other hand, I'm okay. I'm standing here before you and able to tell the story, but I can't tell you how sad and how devastated I was for my husband who's there filming. Don't wait, because I don't want any movements in the video. But my husband and my parents and my brothers are here. My brother, my 2 brothers who are here, they, what do you say when somebody tells you that somebody is bleeding in the brain, or whatever that might be, whatever that injury is, and that they will die? There was no answer, there was no cure, there was no answer, there was no solution. I can't tell you how that feels, and I'm so, in a weird, psychotic way, glad that it was happening to me and not to somebody else, because I don't know how I would have reacted to that myself. So after I had gone through the operating theatre, they went through and they said, "Oh, okay, so she suffered a ruptured brain aneurysm." Now, for those who don't know what a brain aneurysm is, because I didn't know, but now I know so much about it. The brain aneurysms are quite common. A lot of people can happen. Basically, it's a blister in your artery. It can be in the brain, there can be an aortic aneurysm, can be in your heart. So basically, it's a blister. People can live with aneurysms and be totally okay. It's of those that rupture, basically they blow up, that can be fatal. And of people that have aneurysms, 1% will rupture. 1%. Okay? And all of those that rupture, almost half are fatal on impact. And of those that don't rupture, that don't die, that word, but that don't pass away, almost 70% are left mentally disabled, and a quarter of those survivors will die within 6 months after. So while you guys might look at me today and think, "Oh, she's fine," just ask my husband, he'll tell you otherwise. So after my surgery, so we went through coiling. There was 2 surgeries that I had to go through. Went through a coiling, which is an uninvasive surgery. They go through an artery in your groin, and they basically put a piece of plastic all the way up into my brain, and they stuff the aneurysm. So basically they just want to stop it. We thought it worked. Apparently the next morning I was demanding magazines and lollies. Is that right? I was being demanding and bossy as usual. Yeah. But within the next 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours after that, I went downhill very rapidly. I think it's called a spasming, the brain spasms, or it rejects what's happening to it because there's an artificial substance in your brain. So then they ruled that the coiling didn't work and they would have to do a craniotomy. For those who have a major surgery, never Google words of what procedures are. So I Googled craniotomy, of course I did. And that is open brain surgery. So I got a very cool scar, all the way from the neck, my neck into the middle of my head out here. I wanted to shave my head, but husband won't let me. So I have open brain surgery. And you know when you see people that break a leg, you don't expect them to be able to run or run marathons, or the leg doesn't work the same anymore. And while you guys can't see my brain, imagine what the brain does. Imagine what it controls in your body. Mine broke. So I promise you that while I might look, sound, smell amazing, some days are a struggle. So after the surgery came recovery. And recovery by far is so much harder than surviving. Can I walk over this? Yeah. Alright, so recovery is by far harder than surviving. I begged my husband, or not begged, but because it was already post, but I was sobbing to him, why did I survive? I wish I had died, take this pain away. Surgery after pain after brain surgery, oh my God. I thought the headache was bad when I dropped off the toilet. Brain surgery, another level of headache. But obviously those things subside and I heal. And then comes the mental health, mental disabilities, my erratic emotions. All the things that people don't see. So I ask you a question today. If tomorrow wasn't promised, how would you live today? Can we just stop and think about these words for a minute? If tomorrow wasn't promised, how would you live today? Now, I'm not talking about going skydiving or bungee jumping or writing bucket lists or, I gotta do all this stuff before I die tomorrow. No, that's not what I mean. I'm talking about living a full, meaningful, emotionally full, passion-driven life. Because I don't want you, and some of you have, I'm sure, to have to go through trauma, to have to look at death in the face and give it the finger, and then have to realise that life can be taken away from you, just a click, just like that. You hear it all the time. You could get hit by a bus tomorrow. Guess what? You can get hit by a bus tomorrow. I'm sorry for being negative, but you can. That's reality. That's what happens. That's life. We all will die. So how do we make use of the life that we have today? How do we make use of now? Just think, if tomorrow wasn't promised, how would you live today? So tonight, I'm going to go through a couple of things that I've learned across my short life. My aneurysm happened only 6 years ago, so it's still fresh. People ask, how long did it take me to recover? I'm still recovering. You don't recover from brain injury. It's not something that you recover from. So I just want to share some experiences with you tonight. Oh, this is fun. No surprises, life is short. And I want to express to you guys tonight that you need to love what you do and not waste your time. And what I mean by that is just the point I made before, is that time is precious. You can't get that back. It's the only currency that we all get equal amounts. The rich don't get more and the poor don't get less. We all get the same amount of time. So you know those people that work out at 5 o'clock in the morning, or that work all night until midnight? Guess what? They have the same time as you. Now, while I'm saying I'm not glorifying being busy, that's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying you must use your time wisely. Make sure that you're only using your time to do what you want to do. And they go hand in hand. Don't waste your time. You know, it leads me to, you know, when you think about your body and how we can get hit by a bus, right? So you think about your body, and your body is a temple. And I learned this the hard way, and I know how incredibly amazing our body is. Your body is the most ingenious, marvelous machine ever made. No man can make a machine better than your body. So what that means is that you must treat it well. Be kind to your body, be kind to yourself, be kind to your mind. Live today, because tomorrow might not come. Escape isn't permanent. Now this one's a personal one to me, because after going through an aneurysm, you ask a lot of questions. Why did this happen to me? I still don't know why this happened to me. I had a good job. I was very healthy. Worked out almost every day. I was doing all right. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I went to work one day and dropped dead. You can imagine how sad or how depressed that would have made me feel, or would make anyone feel. Hands up here, anyone that's used any kind of substance, drugs, alcohol, partying, food to escape. I have. I went through a very, very, very long period of substance abuse. Over the last 6 years, I've battled with alcoholism. So you know how sometimes you go out and your friend says, "Man, I was a party animal, woo!" No. I mean, yes, but no. I would come home and my husband would have to deal with the after effects of that. And they weren't that pretty. Or were they pretty? No, they weren't. So I would drink to obliteration. I didn't know the line. "Oh, why can't you stop drinking? How did you know where to stop?" I don't know. I don't have the answer for you. I don't know. The only way that I found out that I had a drinking problem was because it happened every bloody weekend. Something bad would happen. I'd lose my phone, I'd fall over, I'd puke in the taxi. Something bad would happen every single time. Until one day I woke up and went, "Jesus Christ, I have a real problem." I looked at Alcoholics Anonymous. Too scared to go there. So I went and saw a psychologist, and I have not drunk for a few months. I drink champagne tonight, I'm sorry. But the change belongs to you, and everybody can tell me, anyone can tell me, and I can tell you how many people told me, "Leola, stop drinking, stop doing that. Why do you drink so much? Oh my God, you lost your phone last night." Yeah, whatever, party. I'm a party, everyone loves me. But the change belongs to you. You are the only one that can stop yourself from doing something. I went through a period of about 2 months where I was taking OxyContin every day. Not because I had headaches, which I told my husband, but because I loved the effect, the escape that it gave me. But I tell you what, when that OxyContin wore off exactly 11 and a half hours later, I was right back to square one, and I was still in pain. The pain of why this happened to me. I still ask myself why. You think that time heals all wounds? I'm sorry, it doesn't. And it's okay to be sad, it's okay to live, it's okay to realize that something's happened to you. But you only have to get better, you have to live through that. And I'm living through that every day. I'm not 100%, I'm not cured, I'll tell you that. But I'm definitely trying to make myself better. And it's totally okay to ask for help. I didn't want to ask for help. I hid a lot from my problems. My friends are here tonight, and they can testify that I am the queen of denial. You'll never know what I'm thinking. I'm so good at putting masks on. But it's okay. We've got to stop with the saving face. and being resilient, and the girls will talk about resilience tonight, is about asking for help. Resilience is about saying to yourself, this is bigger than me. I need to reach out. And it's okay to reach out, whether it's to your parents, to your friends, to your partner, to professionals, call the helplines, whatever it is, it's okay to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I think there's a stigma that people have that there's something, oh, I've got a mental problem. Oh, God. Don't, just keep that one down there, won't you? Oh, hello. But yeah, we have a stigma. There is no stigma. It's okay. You just have to ask for help. If anyone wants to call me, you can call me. So, attitude is a choice. Who agrees? Oh, come on. The way you react is up to you. You choose your reaction.
I always choose the wrong one.
Who here has ever gotten road rage? I do, all the time. So if you're sitting in your car and some girl cuts you off, you're sitting in your car, oh my God! Idiot! Guess what the guy in front of you is thinking? Nothing. Nothing. He doesn't care. He doesn't know you're angry unless you get out of the car with a baseball bat. But he doesn't know that you're angry. And your reaction, that's all on you, buddy. So not only have you wasted your energy, oh my God, energy is so important, I'll talk about that later, but you've not only wasted your energy, but you are getting angry and worked up. And guess what? That might impact the rest of your day. Anyone have bad traffic to work and then get to work and just like, shit. Do you know that all those people on the road don't care that you're shitty? So reaction, I mean, yes, that's a really simple way to explain it, but your reaction is up to you. And it's okay to be sad. Just don't live there. So when I went through my aneurysm and, there were days that I would sit in solitude and drink myself completely stupid by myself. I got out of that. I did it, I lived it, and I came through it. I got out of the hole. We are given emotions, sadness, anger, fear. Like the fear I'm kind of feeling now. We are given those emotions, and it's a fight or flight. We're built that way. And it's okay to feel those emotions. It's okay to express them. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. It's totally okay. But we don't have to live there. I chose life. I chose a positive life after I went through my aneurysm. I could have easily chosen not to walk. I had to learn how to walk. Oh, didn't told her. Put one up. Thanks. Yes, sorry. Yeah. So I could have easily chosen, a depressive life or to sit and do nothing, but I didn't. I chose the high life. I chose the better life, and that's why I'm here tonight to talk to you guys. You become the company you keep, and this relates back to life is short. People either hinder or help you. That doesn't mean that you need to hang out with people that give you stuff, all your rich friends, you don't do that. So not the rich friends, you don't need those people in your life. You just need people that make you better, that inspire you, that lift you up, make you feel good, that motivate you to do better. Those are the people that you need to hang out with. Those friends that put you down in public, that make you feel bad, who praise you in private but never in public. Oh, I know. Those people, get rid of them. You don't need them in your life. Energy wasters, energy suckers. Don't need them in your life. Surround yourself with people that always bring you up, bring out the best in you. Don't be scared, anything is possible. After battling brain trauma, depression, made over $100,000 in medical debt, and then I lost my job because I couldn't do it anymore. I'm now the head of marketing and sales for the global international organisation. I have purchased 3 properties in the second most expensive city in the world. I am now speaking in front of you. And I love my challenged life. Don't get me wrong, I live a very risky life, but I like it. And that goes back to living your best life. What life do you want to live? This is the life I want to live, and I am living it. And I didn't let brain trauma, I didn't let having to walk to learn how to walk again stop me from living my dream. You just got to live yours. Failure is inevitable. We will all fail. Do you know how many times Richard Branson failed? Neither do I, probably a couple of times. But it's never too late to start anything. People have started big businesses when they're 40 to 60 years old. Never too late. Don't ever let age be a barrier to you. Failure is inevitable, and if someone else can do it, then so can you. Just remember, Branson, Tony Robbins, Colonel Sanders, sorry, I know that's not important to start. But those people, they started something, and they've done it. And the only difference between, when you look at the newspapers or you see things, I'm like, oh, why didn't I think of that? The difference between you and that person is that they did it and you didn't. People that have the balls to do things, get things done. So if someone else can do it, so can you. Don't ever let anything stop you from doing anything. My favourite's live and night. Guys, I just want you to live your best lives, whatever that might be. Because someday, we will all die. It's part of life. But on every other day, we will not. I want you to remember that. Before I close, I just want to ask you, all of you, if you can think of something in your mind, on your phones, write it down. Think of one thing that you've always wanted to do, whether it's writing a book, changing industries, changing career paths. Oh, I want to learn how to bake. I want to learn how to drive. One thing. Think about it. Think about it in your head. I know that most of you probably already know what that is. How can we get you there? What steps can we take to get you there? Because there are always steps to the end of God. Thank you very much. I'm Leola Rose. Tune in to SBS next week.